Yep, it's true. I have never, ever played a Diablo game in my life. And for some reason, I have decided, of all the Diablo games to start with, of all of the ARPGs to start with Diablo 4. And that is what we're going to talk about today. Diablo 4 popped my Diablo cherry when it came to Game Pass. And it's complicated. You may have seen my recent video where I played No Rest for the Wicked, and I don't want to say it's the only top-down style ARPG type thing I've ever played. Hades even falls into that category, and I love Hades, but Diablo's a special kind of game. That Diablo Path of Exile type game, and I just haven't played them. Never played Diablo growing up. I was like a StarCraft guy, and I was a Warcraft guy, and I was like, oh yeah, those are my Blizzard games, and I kept hearing, oh, there's a new Diablo coming out, and I was a kid, and I was just like, what, it's like single player RPG? I don't want to do that. So I just instead had LAN parties with my friends playing StarCraft. Hi, nerd me. So anyway, I finally decided to download it and get into it. It's complicated to get into it because of the whole battle.net integration. Whatever, it's fine. Everything's fine. So I dug into this game and I have some thoughts. I'm going to talk about in this video what I like, what I really, really, really hate, and if I recommend that you should try it if you haven't played Diablo 4 yet, because it's complicated. I knew there'd been a lot of controversy going on about this game, but what the heck? So let's dive in. First of all, I have just got to say, like, right off the bat, like, this game is visually stunning. Like, look at the atmosphere in this game. And that was the first thing that hit me was, oh my gosh, the atmosphere is so incredible. I cannot believe, like, the vibes that I get from this. And it is addictive. Like, look at this. Every 2 seconds, there's another enemy to kill, or there's some, like, loose stone or a corpse to all of a sudden take care of out of nowhere. Like that, and get a piece of gear from him, or a container to smash with some hand wraps in it. And look at that, right around the corner there's a chest. Oh, and we'll kill this like wolf thing first, right? Okay. Oh, and I've leveled up. Good, level 28. As you can see, I'm not super deep into the game, maybe 15 hours in or something like that. Okay, got some chests, and oh, another piece of gear, right? And some healing items. It's addicting. Look at this. Constantly, constantly, constantly. You can't get away from it. That's what it is. I'm in the middle of a quest where this like wolf dog thing is gonna follow me somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. So my initial impressions were, holy crap, this is incredibly impressive. The mechanics are super fun, and the combat is like really, really satisfying. Like just having all of these different abilities, you can see them here locked down. I'm playing it on controller. I play all these types of games on controllers, action RPG type games. Oh, and look at this. We got some big guys we got to take care of, you know, and I've got all my stuff all specced out here, you know, and it's pretty fun. I mean, it's just very, very satisfying to just kick the crap out of these guys over and over and over again, and then you get gear as a reward, and then you go into your inventory and you're like, look at all this gear, and it tells you if it's better than what you're wearing, and you can mark it as junk or whatever. And it's addicting, and the atmosphere is fun, the combat is really fun. What can I say? I was immediately hooked, and I was immediately impressed. Remember, I hadn't played any Diablo games coming into this. I hadn't played any at all, and so, you know, without playing any Diablo games, there was nothing else to go by. So diving into this, I was extremely impressed. The storyline, not that amazing, okay? The storyline doesn't really do a whole lot for me. Couldn't even tell you what's going on. Lilith is here. She's making a big splash. Like she's a demon, queen of demons, and we have to stop her. I'm not that impressed in that. But the voice acting's pretty good. We have Sid from Final Fantasy 16 who plays the main secondary character in the story, and he's amazing as always. That voice actor is just incredible, and in general, it just adds to the overall atmosphere and vibes of this thing. It's not all good news, okay? Just wait. And you know, I gotta say, the gear system, the loot system, it all makes a lot of sense. I guess that's what these games are like, is that you're constantly changing out your gear all the time based on the like tons of loot that you have. So I'm just constantly like selling things back and upgrading things. And the thing is, it's just so ever changing. And I know that like a lot of people are used to this, but I'm not used to this, where you have all these pieces of gear and you'll upgrade something and infuse it, and then you'll pick up something that's better, and you're like, oh, okay. Like we've got these rare pants, it's plus 10. What? So I have to like basically look at these two and say what's better. While injured, your potion restores 10% resource. While injured, it grants 20% movement speed, plus 4 all stats, plus 11 will. I don't know what to choose. Sure, let's switch. Sounds great, you know, and we'll get rid of this one. It gets a little bit addictive though, so you know it makes a whole lot of sense. I was not overwhelmed by the skill tree. I thought that I was going to be overwhelmed by the skill trees in these games, and you know, obviously, if you zoom out a little bit, you know, you can see. I'm not sure what the button is. There we go. If you zoom out a bit, it does look a little bit bigger, but it's nothing like Path of Exile, which I picked up after this just to try it out, and it's very. You know, it's easy to see. You have different abilities that you can unlock, way more than you'll ever use, and so that makes you able to really customize the kind of build that you want to go for. And I love that. I love that you're able to customize your build based on those things, because like everybody who plays this this class that I'm playing as is going to play differently based on what they choose. Like I haven't put any points into, but you get 1 point every time you level up. I haven't put any into Bash, right? And I haven't put any into Flay. And I used to have some in Bash and Flay, and it's really easy to respec because I decided I just didn't want to go for them. So I got to sort of try out the abilities and then refund them and get them back and go to the next one. And instead, I've got these other abilities. I decided, wow, I love the Whirlwind. I've been running with Whirlwind right from the beginning, so now I've upgraded it to rank 5, and now I'm going to the next one, so that's become a core ability. Same thing with Ren, which allows me to give bleed damage. But there's these other things, Hammer of the Ancients, Upheaval, that I just haven't decided to even use yet, and that's absolutely fine. There's no real issues with that whatsoever. I think that's pretty cool. Easy to understand, easy to jump into, and very, very fun to play. And like from a pure like gameplay perspective, you know, where like moment to moment, like, is this game fun to play? Is it fun to battle enemies? Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's super fun. I mean, when I get my Fury loaded up and then I start, you know, doing moves like this and the Whirlwind and kicking ass, like, it's just like, it's an amazing feeling. And I really, really am impressed with this game. Coming in with all this controversy, I had no idea. But let me tell you what I hate. And the reason why, at the end of the day, I'm going to give up on Diablo 4, probably. I kind of doubt that I'm going to finish. I might finish the story, I don't know. But I don't really want to, because I'm getting kind of bored. I'm getting kind of bored because the leveling system is so bad. Guys, the leveling system is so terrible. I don't understand why in every other action RPG that I play, well, whatever, Elden Ring's an action RPG. What? I can level up my character, build the build that I want to build, kick some ass, and then if I want to go back to an earlier area with earlier enemies, I can go back, do some farming, and just kick the crap out of these guys, right? With one-shot kills. And I can, if I'm not ready for a certain boss, I can go back, get stronger, and then come back and just kick some butt. You cannot do that in this game because the leveling system does not let you. And I know a lot of you that have been playing this game for a long time, and maybe it's like this in all the Diablo games. I don't know. I didn't look it up. But basically the issue is, I'll go back to it, every single quest, if you look on the map here, rises to your level. So I just moved, as you can see, to level 28. And look at that. Campaign quest, level 28. That one I've been sitting on and not doing it for a long time. So it could easily, like, I was probably level, I don't know, 19 when this came out, and now it's up to level 28. Same thing for all these, there's a bunch of I'm not doing the side quests anymore because I'm too bored. Fangs of Corruption, level 28, right? What's this one? Cor Valar, level 28. In fact, I think this is a long one too, an old one too, because this Fractured Peaks is around where you start. Like, Through the Dark Glass, level 28. So you are, like, I'm stuck at level 28 for every single one. And so it's not like if I hit a boss, which I have in this game, like I've hit a boss in a dungeon and I haven't been able to get past them for whatever reason, then I'm screwed. There's just like nothing that I can do about it because I am at the level that I'm at, and everything's gonna scale to the level that I'm at. And that's all there is to it. So if you can't get by the boss, forget it. you're done. I suppose you might be able to change the difficulty? Maybe? I don't even know. There was a difficulty option, so I suppose that's a possibility. And maybe gear, like having a lot of gear would be a factor in this. I don't know. All I know is it's really not that much fun anymore. It's really not that much fun anymore at all. I mean, like, I'm just going through and everybody's leveling up around me, and I don't have a whole lot of motivation to keep going with it because, you know, it's just kind of getting repetitive and monotonous. I don't feel like I'm working towards anything anymore. You know what I mean? Instead, quite the opposite. I feel like I'm just sort of like on the same plane, just going through, waiting for the story to end, basically. And that's not a good feeling. I want to feel like I'm making a journey as an, you know, like that's the whole point of an RPG, is to get more and more powerful. And so overall, you know, I mean, should you try this game? Yeah, you should try this game if you have Game Pass because it's free. Just play it. I mean, or whatever, it costs you $20 a month. But if you don't, I mean, I wouldn't buy it, you know, and it's not that I hate it. I actually really like this game. I actually think this game is a ton of fun, but it's not a game that you're going to want to dump the hundreds, thousands of hours in like Blizzard wants you to. I mean, that's not going to happen at all. And fine, maybe it doesn't need to do that, and it definitely doesn't need to do that for me. I mean, I don't need to get thousands of hours out of a game to justify a $60 purchase, but I'll tell you what, like, I hate it when there's like a core gameplay mechanic or piece inside of a game that makes it just ruin it for me. And that just kills the whole vibe for me. And that's how I feel about the leveling system here and about the overall issue that we have with your gameplay and enjoyment and fun level plateauing, right? It's not fun and not much fun anymore. It just plateaus. And I know that it's meant to do that. I know why this is here. I know that it's there. I know that it's there so that we can, you know, have this experience, or we can play with friends and everything will be hunky-dory because, you know, you can play with a friend that's at like a much lower level than you, and you guys will have a great time because it'll all work out, whatever it is. But it's not for me. I am a loner, okay? I play alone. So I get screwed, I guess? So anyway, those are my thoughts. Diablo 4 being my first game. What do you think? Have you tried it? Do you like it? I mean, I love the game, but I'm not going to continue it. It's the worst way to be. Let me know in the comments how you feel about this. I would love to hear. I would love to have a conversation about this in the comments. Hey, new channel, young channel. A like and subscribe really does go a long way to helping us grow. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.